Hey guys, AlduicS here, and we're back with Season 2, Episode 9 of Bofuri. I'll admit, I messed up. It's been 6 months at the time of this recording since I last watched Episode 8. Half a year. I do know there was delays, whether it was for 9 through 12, or 10 through 12, or 11 through 12, that pushed it from a Winter 2023 show into Spring 2023, and with it, its priority fell down the list as a whole bunch of new shows started airing, like Oshinoko, Gundam Returned, Konosuba, and so on. But I'm not here to make excuses. I got lazy, I forgot, and as the saying goes, there is no time like the present. So we're back, and it's time to hop into the main event of the 8th event because we completed the prelims. Maple unleashed hell. She rode around in a gator's mouth. We saw Me versus Pain, which was absolutely incredible, and we don't know what the main event will entail because it was a survival match for the prelims, all to determine on the difficulty level you'd be placed in. With everyone placing high in Maple Tree, and we have a monster they're designing, a boss, in the background, and we don't even know what the scope of it will be. All we know is its appearance, based on the opening song visuals, if they aren't meant to trick us. How overpowered will it be? Will we have a Guildmasters United front against it? Will we have all of Maple Tree struggle to overcome it? Will Maple actually die for once? Because our bundle of joy and happiness is a war criminal. She genocided whole monster groups. It was very entertaining watching her abuse the taunt mechanic, even though she had debuffs that were scaring away monsters from her, making her slow agility a bit of an issue. So enough talk. Y'all know the drill. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell to be notified when I upload next. If you want the full version, it'll be over on my Patreon, which is linked down below. Support me on all those platforms. Every bit helps, guys. And in 3, 2, 1. Gah! It feels so good, and I am determined to finish Season 2. So, 3 days. Yep. Last one standing will receive 5 silver medals. So is it a battle royale? Like a free-for-all? Yeah, it's only the in-game mascot. Defeating strong monsters or hidden items. So we have the exploration aspect Maple wanted. And we're going to have the boss monster the devs are designing. A true monster of monsters. One that might actually be a walking Maple. So we're going to split up into groups. Are we going to have Maple and Sally explore because that's what they wanted to do? Ooh. So they have spawned timers. Or spawn timers, rather. Yeah! Oh, I loved it. So that means Maple can now explore. Oh my god. Dorozu was wearing glasses. That was adorable. So it's last one saying. So we might have sabotage from guilds. We might have a Me versus Pain rematch, or a Pain versus Maple rematch. Or maybe a Me versus Maple rematch, right? Because they did fight in Season 1. I wonder if we'll see any other monster evolutions this season, or if that'll be like a next season thing. Will we have the intimacy levels and the levels, the actual stat levels, for them raise enough to warrant it? And we're back. Oh, we're spawning in a plateau desert area. You got a clear, nice view, but who knows what else can see you, monsters or player-wise. Ooh! We're hopping right into it. Yeah, exactly. I like those. Those are like caterpillar lizards. Oh, this guild is overpowered. But I'm guessing with them being on the highest difficulty, all of the monster levels are artificially raised to match them, or be a certain set threshold above them. I really do like these monster designs. Yeah. You ain't gonna be able to sweep your way through right away, at least. How overpowered are we gonna get after this event, too? Because we're gonna get new skills. Oh my god. He just runs and punches it. mean, he wields a sword and a shield, but when he morphs and combines with Necro, it's so cool. His hands are rated E for everyone. Oh, it's so buffing? Oh yeah, so can morph. It can be a doppelganger. It can only copy to a certain extent, right? It was triple strike. I didn't catch that. Oh, maybe we weren't meant to catch it. How many boss fights are we going to get in this episode, or in this arc? Because presumably this carries us into episode 12. Yep, 10 medals. So to survive till the end, you get 5. You need to gather 5 more by either defeating super strong monsters or finding hidden items, aka exploration. Yep. Yeah, we've split up numerous times before, so splitting up in a new party setup would be kind of nice. Oh. Yay! God, Kurama looks so cool with his necro armor. They're riding on Haku, aren't they? She's used to riding a snake. Very surprised Kurama isn't used to handling a snake. He has one of his own, right? Oh, I love that he had like super megamorphosis skill. So she wasn't just doing recon on other players. She was doing suspicious recon, essentially. She was marking all points of interest. Acting the true role of a scout. You really like that. Vital for parties. Wait, that's a spider lily. A red spider lily. A giant one. That is death. Who's gonna die? Are we gonna lose anyone here? If anything in anime has stuck, red spider lilies mean death. I wonder if we're actually gonna lose any of the core members. I guess all of them are core, but... They got teleported. Was that an anti-Maple move, or... did they find a hidden dungeon already? Methinks the developers found an anti-Maple hack, or they were able to predict her for once. Does it have a physical resist? Or is its defense and HP that high? Ooh, we got that strong line art now. It's popping off. Get bonked, idiot. Sorry. Yeah, it's spreading out to grab him. Dally with the save so we don't get any upskirt shots. I'd say tentacles more than vines, but tomato, tomato, potato, potato. That is death baseball. Oh my god. Flaming spike balls. How overpowered are those hammers? They can't play full baseball, but they got one hell of a pitch. We already knew everyone in this guild was busted in their own right. But it's refreshing that they can be the overpowered ones on screen for once. They're so happy about it. Oh my god, I love it. I wasn't expecting that. Oh my god. That looks like the entrance symbol when they get teleported. I was right. I know my gamer tech. Oh, okay. Now this is just fitting. A wisteria tree? Where are we? Demon Slayer? What is this OST? It's funky. Do we have a ninja? Or are those possessed inanimate objects? Yeah, you'll have to pull it out. So they gotta destroy all of the rocks in the way. Okay. The bombs return. It is as dangerous, y'all. And I love this track whenever it kicks in. Oh. God, I need to add this specific track into my playlist. It really does help set the mood, the atmosphere, the scene. And that explosive animation, though, the fire in this episode is really, really good. I like the various colors and the line art of it, too. Oh, it's one of the shadow hiders. Yeah, it's obviously a ninja, but it literally hides within the shadow, or it is a shadow enemy. No, it's invisible? Oh! Two medals in one day is really good. But how scarce are the medals gonna get? We've already had two kick-ass scenes alone, and I'm really digging that. The stakes are definitely getting raised. I like the fact that they kept an echo in. It's a small detail, but they didn't miss it. It's very nice. Almost reminds me of the cave they had for the Guild War event at the end of Season 1. It also reminds me of the cave that Krillin and Gohan threw Bulma into on Namek. But we don't have any capsule techs. Destroy one tunnel. Oh no. Whenever she has those eyes, you know it is a bad but brilliant idea. She's going to make... So she's setting up a whole bunch of traps. What are these? Classic Maple. With her slow agility, she had every opportunity to stop. But with her defense, it won't actually hurt all that much. But it would be hilarious if this is how she died during the 8th event. One hell of an experience. I don't even know how to describe the room she made. Poison, trap-filled, but absurd. We got a lounge in here now. That is cool. I like that we're seeing the building aspect. Yo. She has an armada of cannons to deal with monsters. This is dangerous, y'all. Last one standing. There's no penalty for hurting other players, to our knowledge. Maple Tree's main base. Dangers at every turn. Enter at your own risk. And it looks like it's written in blood. Oh my god. Whew. Whew. I miss this comedy so much. It's fantastic, y'all. Yeah. Don't jinx it, you'll get your wish. But she is dangerous. A bit bloodthirsty. Yeah, it looks like it's about to be sieged. What's gonna spawn? What if it just goes through, like, the ceiling or something? Or tunnels through one of the walls? The environment is destructible, after all. But only probably to an extent of where it's been coded. Maple is their lifeline. I wonder if the devs are going to exploit that. It's like an imp. What if damage makes it stronger? Or appearances are deceiving? Did they go overboard with the traps? Because that would be hilarious in of its own right. But I feel like the monster itself is a trap. Maybe it sent a scout. Oh. That is a lot of materials. But they're gonna get complacent. There's gonna be a monster that makes it through. I don't know if it'll be the endgame boss, but... I love this insert song. Now we have concrete barriers. It's getting more and more OP. It's almost impregnable. Nearly. So they've lost a couple. Meanwhile, Maple Tree hasn't lost anyone. So yeah, they went way overboard. I even saw a repeat boss monster from one of the events in Season 1. That Harlequin clown monster. That's what it is! A tower defense right now. I love that she went from being the secretary to almost intimidating all of her bosses and running the gig to an extent. She's above them right now, and they have to answer to her. But spend too much time observing them? I bet it'll be day 3. We have that special bonds monster spawn. Special boss monster. And with that, we've concluded episode 9. I'll sound like a broken record, but I adore this show. The atmosphere, the mood, the vibes, the characters, the world, the comedy, the action, the RPG elements, everything about this show I adore. It is such a spectacular watch. If I had to accurately describe it, it is diabetes level inducing of sweet and wholesome. And very hilarious, to the point that I've nearly died a couple times laughing, where I don't know how to breathe whatsoever. And that's a good sign. We're 9 episodes in, albeit 6 months later, in between episode 8 and 9, which, again, I do apologize about. Didn't mean to take this long, but I will be finishing Season 2 ASAP. But regardless, it hasn't lost that feeling, and I really do appreciate that. It might just be the source material being brought to life on screen, adapted well into another medium of entertainment, from light novel to anime. It could also be the passion of the production staff working on this, because we did have some increased animation, increased budget that came with this episode. The fight scenes were pretty well done. Not the best of Season 2, and not the best of the entire franchise, but you could tell when it turned up. The fire animation, the fluidity of the movement, and so on. It was very noticeable. When the heavier line art kicks in, you go, oh, so here comes the budget. Here comes the flexing from the animators. And I did enjoy myself a whole lot. It's only day one, and not a whole lot has happened. We split up. We've already found 2 medals. We created a dungeon of death. We basically created the Tomb of Nazareth with all of the traps and death and despair and the imminent danger if you take one step inside. But right now, we haven't encountered mini boss monsters. We've encountered some stronger monsters, but as we've seen, they don't really amount to much, so to say. And I can't wait to see that final boss, the end game boss, the monster of monsters, the boss among bosses that they've been designing and alluding to for the past couple episodes. Because, y'all, I'm hyped. It looks sick in the opening song, and I can't wait to see them fight it. Are we going to have a Guildmaster United front against it? Are we going to have guild versus guild? Are there going to be unique ones for each guild, or is it one giant raid boss? I missed this show. I did. I regret not watching it sooner, not completing season 2 sooner. Other shows took priority, even though this show is so damn entertaining. Y'all. It's always very entertaining watching everyone at Mapletree be overpowered in their own right or extremely dangerous. Watching Mei and Yui wreak havoc atop Tsukumi and Yukimi. Watching it so transform, so we went from double strike to triple strike. Watching Iz unleash all the bombs, decimate an entire area, provide so many traps, create an armada of cannons, and transform that dummy dungeon into a dungeon of death. An actual dungeon, but your reward is facing all final bosses. Not any mid bosses, no. All of them are a final boss in their own right. Some weaker than others, yes, but the one final boss above them all is obviously Maple, because she is the biggest threat. If she's around, everyone else can live, because she can take all of their damage, she can buff them, she provides their defense and everything, and it's practically impossible to kill Maple. She is nigh immortal. She is the endgame boss of the entire franchise. One day we're gonna have everyone on the server have to fight her, including her own guildmates, in order to maybe get like some super medal or something. And I look forward to that day because it will be very entertaining. And our girl will only get more busted, more broken, more overpowered as time goes on, as she acquires more skills and uses them in ways the developers never expected. Her mentality when it comes to playing video games is always a breath of fresh air. The way she tackles a lot of these issues with her unique solutions, or how she just vibes and stumbles upon this in ways that true gamers would, even if she's not what you would consider to be a true gamer, because this is her first real VR MMO game or even RPG game. I believe as she put it in season 1. If I'm mistaken, feel free to correct me. And while she has been playing this for probably about a year now, because we are on the 8th event right now, and it does seem like these server-wide events take place once a month or once every other month, depending on the development speed for the developers and the production staff as well. I don't know the entire time frame, and I know there was a event cut out between season 1 and season 2. I remember talking about that. But if anyone wants to clarify the actual time frame, feel free to do so. I don't think that'd be considered a major spoiler at this point in time, considering I'm only 3 episodes away from finishing season 2. And I guess we could say we're in the end game now, even though there's 2 days left on the event. I wonder how scarce those final 3 medals are going to be, because it's last one standing. If they have everyone there, they're guaranteed 5 medals, and we've already collected 2. So are we building up to have someone die? I mean, we had the giant red spider lily, and the symbolism in anime and media is death. It symbolizes death. It is a harbinger of death. So are we going to lose some people of Maple Tree? Will we actually break the norm and kill off Maple early? Or even before the big final fight and watch everyone else struggle? It'd be very interesting if that's the case, because she's been core. She's been the lifeline for a lot of these events. Everyone contributes in their own way. But Maple usually does the most damage in terms of the developer's mental state or destruction of the field or exploration, where she'll just come across a lot of these random things. Everyone, as I said, does contribute. But if we remove her from the equation, a lot of their fighting power, a lot of their capability has been cut down drastically. It's not like she's obviously pulling along the entire guild, and without her, they would be floundering. Without her, they wouldn't be able to do anything. No, they're all very competent, but there would be an obvious gap. There'd be an obvious void without her presence. It'd be very interesting if we actually go that route. I'd love to see that. Overall, in terms of enjoyment, very solid episode. I did enjoy myself, as y'all could tell, with how hard I was laughing, with the vibes, the questions, and all that. But personally, it doesn't beat episode 8. The prelims so far, compared to day 1 of the main event, were superior, mainly because I am biased. Maple riding around in her wool ball in a gator's mouth, shooting lasers, directing it like a vehicle, and causing mayhem was one thing. But me versus Pain, seeing her embrace the Phoenix Flame, oh, the animators flex. Last time was so much fun. It was one of my favorite episodes of the entire series, not just the season. And that's high praise because I adore so many moments of this show. It's very rare we actually have a dull moment or a moment where I felt like it was unnecessary or dragged on a little bit too long. The pacing for this show is usually pretty good, but I am also biased. It's not for everyone. I do know there's been complaints that season 1 only made the Maple situation worse, that they don't always like following a super broken main character. It was a little less repetitive in season 1 because it was more new in terms of at least this story and her character. Now it's just building on top of that. Personally, I like the foundations that have been laid and that we're constructing that house on top, and it continues to keep getting more and more absurd. But with that said, I don't believe I have much else I want to talk about. You all know the drill, though. What did y'all think of my reaction, my commentary this episode? Are you excited for my reactions for episodes 10 through 12? Do you want me to double up any of those episodes? I don't think I'll triple up. I don't think my heart, my face, my lungs, my body, my existence could take the amount of joy and comedic entertainment I'd get from watching all 3 at once. And when you're done with those comments, make sure you like, subscribe, hit that bell to be notified when I upload next. If you want the full version, it'll be over on my Patreon, which is linked down below amongst several other platforms. Support me on those platforms. Every bit helps, guys. And well, this has been AlduicS. Thank you all so much for watching. Peace.